Good morning, respected teachers and my dear friends. Today, we, the students of Group 4, are here to tell you about chapter triangles.
I'm Lucky Mehra from class 9C. So now I'm going to tell you about the triangles. So basically, a triangle is a closed curve figure formed by the three line segments. A triangle has three sides and three angles and three vertices. So now I'm going to tell you about the triangles on the basis of their sides. So basically there are three triangles: isosceles triangle, scalene triangle and equilateral triangle. So here you can see this scalene triangle, a scalene triangle. If all the sides of a triangle are unequal, it is called scalene triangle. Here in this diagram you can see that AB, here you can see that AB is not equal to BC nor BC is equal to CA. So it means that it's all sides are unequal. That is why this triangle is known as scalene triangle. Isosceles triangle. So here you can see a triangle which two sides are equal. It means that in the figure you can see that AB is equal to AC, but BC is not equal to BA nor equal to CA. So it means that AB is equal to AC means its two sides are equal. That is why this triangle is known as isosceles triangle. Equilateral triangle. So here you can see an equilateral triangle in which is all the sides are equal. Means AB is equal to BC, BC is equal to CA and CA is equal to BA. So now I am going to tell you about the types of triangle on the basis of its angles. Acute angle triangle. If all the three angles of a triangle are acute means that less than 90 degree, it is called an acute angle triangle. In this diagram you can see that each angle is less than 90 degree. It means that this triangle ABC is an acute angle triangle. Right angle triangle. If one angle of a triangle is right angle, it means right angle means 90 degree, it is called the right angle triangle. In a right angle triangle, this side opposite to the right angle is called hypotenuse. Here you can see that this side which opposite to this 90 degree means AC is called hypotenuse. Now here you can see a triangle which is called the obtuse angle triangle. In this triangle, if one angle of a triangle is obtuse, it means that greater than 90 degree. It is called the obtuse angle triangle. In this adjoining diagram, you can see that angle B is obtuse, means it is greater than the 90 degree. So this triangle is known as obtuse angle triangle.
Good morning, teachers and my dear friends. Today I am here to explain your topic side congruence rule. Any two triangles can be said congruent by side congruence as it all three sides are equal to the three sides of another triangle. Here in triangle 1 and triangle 2, AB is equal to PQ, BC is equal to QR, AC is equal to PR. Hence we can say that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle PQR. Now let us see one example. Here triangle ABC can be said congruent to triangle PQR as AB, that is 4 cm, and PQ is also 4 cm, BC is 5 cm and QR is also 5 cm. AC and PR both are 3 cm. So we can say AB is equal to PQ, BC is equal to QR, AC is equal to RP. Hence we can say that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle PQR.
My name is Manthan Bhatia. I'm going to tell you about SAS Tolerance Rule. So let's get started. SAS Tolerance Rule. SAS stands for side, angle, side. Two triangles are congruent if two sides and the included angle of one triangle is equal to two sides and the included angle of other triangle. So it means if both sides of one triangle are equal to two sides of the other triangle, the triangle would be said a congruent triangle. For example, so as in the given picture, side AB is equal to side PQ and side BC is equal to side QR, and angle B is equals to angle Q. Hence, as per the SAS side angle side criterion, the sides and the angle of both the triangles are equal. Triangle ABC is equal to triangle PQR.
Hello friends, today I, Unnati Porwar of class 9C is going to explain you the topic ASA rule of congruency. The ASA rule of congruency stands for angle side angle. So its property says that the two triangles are congruent if two angles and the included side of one triangle are equal to the two angles and the included side of the other two angles of the triangle is equal. Then we can say that this is the criteria of the ASA rule of congruency. We can see in this example there are two triangles given in this question. This is ABC, the triangle ABC, and the second one is angle PQR. We can see that angle B is equal to angle Q and this angle C is equal to angle R, and this line BC is equal to the angle QR. So we can say that this is an ASA rule of congruency criteria question, because in the angle the B and the angle Q is equal in the side BC, and QR is equal, and C angle C and angle R is equal. So we can say that this is ASA rule of congruency. Thank you.
Good morning teachers and my dear friends. Today Ajay Suresh of class 9C is going to tell you about the AAS rule of congruency of chapter triangles. Now let's get started. Here we can see that I have taken two triangles, triangle ABC, triangle PQR. In AAS rule of congruency, we need to consider two angles and one side equal to make the triangle congruent. Now how? Here angle A is equal to angle P, angle B is equal to angle Q. Here two angles are equal, which is written in this rule, that two angles and one side. Now one side BC is equal to QR. When BC will be equal to QR, then triangle ABC will be congruent to triangle PQR according to the AAS rule of congruency. Now let's move towards two examples. Now here in this example we can see that we need to prove EF is equal to CD in this triangle. EF is equal to CD. Now how we will prove? In the question it is given that AF is equal to CD, that we have written here given. Now the else thing that is given in the question is that angle AFE is equal to angle CDE. It is also given in the question. Now common, angle E is equal to angle E. It is common. Now two angles and one side are equal, hence the triangle AFE is congruent to triangle PRT, and but this is congruent by AAS rule. And now to make EF equal to CD, it is so easy, as the corresponding parts of congruent triangle are always equal. So hence here EF is equal to CD by CBCD. Now let's move to another example, and in the other example we will learn that how AAS is used for bisecting a triangle. Now let's move towards the second example. Now, first in all the questions, first we need to write the things that are given in the question. Like in this question, it is given that BC is equal to AD. So first we will write that BC is equal to AD. Now the next thing is that angle OBC is equal to angle OAD because of the right angle. Right angles are always equal. Angle OBC is equal to angle OAD due to each 90-degree angle. Now angle BOC is equal to angle AOD. Why? Because of the vertical opposite angles are always equal, which is at the point S. Angle BOC is equal to angle AOD due to vertical opposite sides are always equal. Now these things are given, and from these things there are two angles and one side is equal, that is AAS. So triangle OBC is equal to, no, is congruent to triangle OAD by AAS rule of congruency. Hence, if the triangle is congruent, then OB will be equal to OA. Hence, the CD bisects AB. Now, I hope that I have made you understand the AAS rule of congruency by the help of two examples and one explanation. Thank you.
Hello everyone. Today I will tell you about the inequalities in a triangle. Inequalities in a triangle has four theorems. Number 1, if two sides of a triangle are unequal, then the longer side has greater angle opposite to it. It's given that a triangle ABC where AC is greater than AB. In the figure, we can see that AC is greater than AB. Now, to prove angle ABC is greater than angle BCA, we have to take a point D on AC such that AD equal to AB. Now AD equal to AB by construction. Angle ABD is equals to angle BDA. Angles opposite to equal sides. Angle BDA is greater than angle BCD. Angle BDA is an exterior angle of triangle BCD, and exterior angle is greater than each of interior opposite angles. Angle ABD is greater than angle BCD from second and third. Angle ABC is greater than angle ABD. Since angle ABD is a part of angle ABC. Angle ABC is greater than angle BCD from 4 and 5. Hence, angle ABC is greater than angle BCA. Number 2. It is a converse of theorem number 1. If two angles of a triangle are unequal, the greater angle has longer side opposite to it. Given a triangle ABC with angle B is greater than angle C. To prove AC is greater than AB, if AC is not greater than AB, then either AC is equals to AB or AC is smaller than AB. Order properly or real number. Case 1. If AC equal to AB, then angle B is equals to angle C, which is contrary to what is given. Angles opposite to equal sides. Case 2. If AC is smaller than AB, then angle B is smaller than angle C, which is contrary to what is given. Greater side has greater angle opposite to it. Hence, AC is greater than AB. Theorem number 3. The sum of any two sides of a triangle is greater than the third side. Given a triangle ABC. To prove BA plus AC is greater than BC. Produce a BA to D such that AD is equal to AC. Angle ACD is equals to angle DC. AD is equals to AC by construction, and angles opposite to equal sides are equal. Angle BCD is greater than angle CD. Whole is greater than a part. Angle BCD is greater than angle ADC from 1 and 2. BD is greater than BC. Greater angles has greater side opposite to it. BA plus AD is greater than BC. BAD is a straight line. BD equal to BA plus AD. BA plus AC is greater than BC. AD is equals to AC by construction. Theorem number 4. All of the line segments that can be drawn to a given line from the point not lying on it, the perpendicular line segment is the shortest. Given a line L and a point P not lying on L, Pn perpendicular to L, Q is any point on L. To prove Pn is smaller than PQ, angle PNQ is equals to 90 degree. Pn is perpendicular to L. Angle PQN is smaller than 90 degree. Angle PQN is acute angle since sum of angle in triangle PQN is equals to 180 degree. Angle PQN is smaller than angle PNQ from 1 and 2. Pn is smaller than PQ. Sides opposite the smaller angle is smaller. As Q is any point on L, Pn is the shortest of all the line segments from P to line L. Hence, it's proved that Pn is smaller than PQ. Thank you for giving your time. We hope that you have learned something from the video.